Hello everybody, welcome back to another Sports Federation TV show where of course on a weekly basis we take a look at what's happening with sport in the Western Cape across all of the districts. Of course we know sports really suffering at the moment, but nevertheless our sports administrators are staying very active behind the scenes and of course coming up with creative ways to keep their athletes busy, and of course on top of that some are able to do virtual events and so forth. But on our side we keep profiling our sport federations. We're going to catch up tonight with Marie-Louise Vermeulen from Western Cape Archery champion. We're going to catch up again with Bayanda from football, who we of course interviewed last week. We'll show you that repeat. We'll be talking to Genevieve Lentz, who we saw last week is on her way to the Olympics from table tennis, and we'll catch up with Josh Kluter to find out a little bit more about the world of kickboxing. But on the line with me now, and he is no stranger to Sport Federation TV, he's from Western Cape Darts. He's been on the show many times, Charles Gelderblom. Charles, welcome back. How are things there with you, meneer?
Thank you, JP. Things is going all right, JP. We're just very busy behind the scenes due to our sport going through this COVID-19.
It is difficult. It's been very difficult for quite a long time now for many of the sport codes. But 18 months now of darts, like many of the other codes, suffering under the conditions, but you've been able to keep your members connected. You're talking to your members via WhatsApp, via social media, and your virtual platforms.
That's correct, sir.
Charles, just tell us a little bit about that. One of the things that we see on TV and of course on social media is the virtual competitions. How does that work?
Well, yeah, at the moment, JP, it is very tough to keep our players focused at the moment. But due to virtual darts, it's the only way that we can go on with our sport. And at the moment, we're competing against quite a few professional dart players. But we would love to keep our sport where amateur is concerned. And we need to make ways and means to get our players involved into the sport again.
Yeah.
And to play virtually is actually now the most safest way, because you play from your house or from wherever you got a chance, or if you got a smartphone. The setup is as easy. You can do it on WhatsApp, you can do it on Messenger video and WhatsApp video. So
how does that work, Charles? Are people sitting in their lounges, or at least in their houses, in the lounge or in the garage or in the playroom or in the passage, and putting up the dartboard and putting their phone on the dartboard, or do they take pictures, and is it live? I mean, it sounds fascinating.
That's correct, sir. You can play on Naka, which is also where your scorekeeping and that is concerned. And you can play from your garage, you can play from your dining room. If you set up, you got the setup in your dining room where it's clear, so set up your board in your dining room and play. And
So,
your wife will keep you busy.
so Charles, I mean, it does sound quite technical, but what are the challenges then around a competition like that? How do you know that some of those basic rules are in place? I mean, I've seen you guys play darts and you have to stand behind a certain line, probably some masking tape or insulation tape on the carpet. You've got to keep a certain distance away from the dartboard. I suppose, how do you control those elements? Or is there a certain measure of trust there that you just have to trust the athlete?
There is a certain measure of trust, but what you have to do is to set up your cell phone or whatever that does the line and the dartboard. So whenever you start playing, we got the trust that you will start from the line onwards. And all you need for that to do is to have data, honesty, discipline, and obviously if you got a webcam or whatever, then you just start playing.
So Charles, you're of course the transformation officer for Western Cape Darts. Very difficult at the moment also to build on the structures. During this time, have you been able to at least communicate with your clubs and districts and the athletes that you're trying to support?
That's correct, sir. At the moment, we are going through trying times to get, I mean, our competition was supposed to be for 64 players. At the moment, we've got 32 entries, and we felt that we're going to go ahead. It's a prize money of 6,400 that will be divided into the donors, because there's an entry fee also. But what we did was also we got a sponsorship from someone to get the sorted of money,
Right.
which is the guy Claude Smith of Alarming Place. He actually gave us the difference. So we're keeping the prize money as it is.
That's fantastic. So you're actually managing to find sponsors during this difficult time, which is something unique. This is something that many sports codes are struggling with at the moment, is to find new sponsors because there are so many less events. I mean, that's a fantastic achievement from a darts perspective, Charles. Tell us a little bit about when will the event be hosted, and how do people sign up?
Okay, the entries is closing today actually, because we're starting this afternoon. As soon as I'm finished with this, then is here we're gonna start, and then what we're gonna do is we had like 32 entries at the moment, so we're gonna start with that 32.
That's and Charles.
And we also got youth that's gonna play for free.
So you've got the children, the youth as well playing, and you've got adults. I mean, that's great. Do you have any idea with this event, who are the top athletes in the Western Cape that you're expecting, or maybe going to be hitting the bullseye tonight?
Well, I've got my money on some of these guys, certain guys, but as you know, darts is a totally different game.
Yeah.
If the luck is on your side the evening, then yes, you will achieve whatever you're doing, but it's mostly about concentration and pitching on, as you know, whether you get a double, don't get excited, you're gonna get a double. That is how it works.
And is the competition for male and female? Will you play other elements like mixed doubles and so on?
Well, in the near future, we intend to do that. We had a ladies competition at the moment, which was quite well supported. Now we got the men, and the men competition was supposed to be open for everybody to participate. You must remember, we're fighting against COVID, and we're trying to keep the members motivated and whatever. So we don't want the members to come back to us and say, yeah, but you're doing nothing for darts. So we have to plan and put things together, and it takes quite some of your time.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't see me on TV yet.
So, Charles, we're of course then going to say to you best of luck then for tonight. We're looking forward. Have you got future plans after this coming up? Provincial championships or national championships, maybe also virtually?
Yeah, once the competition is finished, we will then start our trials for the Western Cape, which obviously will then... Our nationals is in October now. It's been set back to October. We're going to see how COVID is. If not, then hopefully it will become virtual for DSA to advertise and do it that way. But at the moment, we are confident that we will get that milestone and do whatever we need to do. So even to you, JP, thank you very much for allowing us to do this, because it is a small prize for the players actually to achieve this milestone of being on TV. So hopefully the winners we will most probably be interviewing.
Well, we certainly hope that all of the athletes that are participating today are going to take lots of photographs and videos so that we can put that on TV maybe even next week and see what the results were from the big day.
Yeah. Thank you very much, JP.
Thanks, Charles. We'll say thanks for joining us, and of course we say stay safe out there, and we're looking forward to seeing you back in the studio when we're physically in studio.
Yeah, because we even got people playing from Durban, Gauteng, all over, so let's hope it's going to be a success. Thank you very much.
There we go, folks. Charles Gelderblom, Western Cape Darts Transformation Officer, and they've of course got this virtual tournament that is currently happening today, Friday, and over the weekend. And we're looking forward to getting a lot of pictures in from Western Cape Darts and next week. Find out who the virtual champions were. Very exciting, and it's great to see that Virtues, at least Darts, is finding creative ways to stay active with their members. We'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll carry on talking about sport in the Western Cape. Back in a sec.